Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. Welcome to Water Day, my friends. I hope you are well. Thanks for coming here, Pisces. I do appreciate you. If you're the person who is always here in the comments, giving me the thumbs up, all the ways that you love me on this channel, thank you, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing all of that. And if you are someone who is brand new and you just tripped over 10 of Cups Tarot, welcome. I hope you will stay. The subscription button is over there. And if you would like to hit the bell button, you'll know that Tuesday is the day that I usually read for the water signs, unless something's going a little wackadoo in my life. All right, here we go. We're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to use the Divine Goddess Oracle. We're also going to throw some tarot on it, find out what comes up here. And this reading is for the week ahead. Do you believe we've already burned our way through May? Right? I'm reading for the end of May here, the end of the month. But listen, whenever you find this, it doesn't have a date or a time. Whenever you find this, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week, or next year, it's going to be for the week ahead. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Pisces for the week ahead, please. What is coming up for my two fishes friends? What's coming up for Pisces, please? We have To the Sea, we have the never-ending story, and then we have building blocks in the reverse. Very interesting. So, To the Sea, I feel like you're ready to go on some sort of a journey here, my friend. And I feel like the journey is being set for you by the universe. Whenever I do see sevens, to me, sevens are always about heaven, and it feels like you're going to get some divine intervention. You can see that there's a face here. If you can see that, really, that it's very faint here, but if you can see that there is someone watching over you. I want to say To the Sea, I feel like you're on some sort of a journey by yourself, Pisces. Like you're doing your own thing, staying in your own lane. I feel like you are navigating these sometimes choppy waters all by yourself, but I want to say that you are someone who works from emotion, who knows energy. It feels like that. But I feel like the universe, card number 7 tells me the universe is here to make sure that you get to your destination, I want to say. So we do have the never-ending story. And it's card number 37. I feel like this never-ending story is about to resume. I want to say the never-ending story is like something that was never completed. It's something that you think is over, Pisces, but it's not over. It's a never-ending story. I think for some of you, it might have to do with love, because we do have the heart here. She's sitting on a sand timer, right? She's sitting on the sand timer here, and I think like it's almost time, I want to say, because if you look really close, the next thing that's going to go through the sand timer is the heart. And it feels like the sand is made a heart. It's like it's going to have to break apart in order to be able to be born. And so we have card number 37, which is a 10. It's the beginning of something, right? Because 10s break down to a 1. The never-ending story, I feel like you think something's over and it's not over. I feel like there was a delay, is what I feel. Like the delay with the building blocks in the reverse tells me that there was a delay. I feel like people were working on themselves. And I feel like that for maybe for you or maybe for the other person, it feels like that the building blocks in the reverse tells me that the initial build is done. It's like we got good bones. We've put up the frame. We've done the framework. Maybe we've even put up the walls, right? But it feels like somebody has been really working hard on themselves. Now I'm just going to say that we do have card 28, which is a 10, and card 37, which is a 10. We've got 10 here. So it does feel like there is something here that is about to show itself to you. Now, I don't know what the 1010 number is. You might want to tell me. Maybe it's one that has been following you around. But it feels like I want to say that you've been working on yourself really hard. And I feel like you can take a break. Like, I feel like you can take a break for a little bit now. That the building blocks part of it, the initial foundation is built. I want to say the walls are about to be installed, and you're about to see a little clearer about the plan, right? So when you're ready to build a house and you walk out onto the land, there's nothing there. It doesn't look like anything. You have to use your imagination to imagine what it might look like. Well, I feel like the structure is built. I feel like you've built your solid foundation here. And we've got all of these colors here, right? Which tells me that you've been working on the chakras. So we've got blue and pink and gold. Yeah, green. We've got all the chakra colors here. So I feel like you've been working on the heart and the throat and all of that sort of stuff. You've been really working hard here. it's going to be soon. It's going to be time to go. I see this as Virgo energy myself. And I feel like the time to go, you can see that she's kind of fading away. It's like she's racing for the door that's back here, right? And it's like she's on this path, and before this timeline closes down on itself or collapses on itself, you got to get out of the way. So I feel like all of this building has been is going to make you move. Again, we have a 7, right? We've got lots of synchronicities in your reading today. Oh no, it's a 9. Sorry, I thought it was a 7. It is a 9. So it is Hierophant, not Hierophant, but Hermit energy. So the card number 45 is a 9. I thought it was a 7. All right. Let's take some tarot. What are we going to use for tarot? All right. To the sea. Tell me about Pisces, please. We need to know what is going on here with To the Sea. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. There's a pinned comment at the top of all the comments. The information you need to get a private reading if that's what you want to do. All right, tell me about To the Sea. What is this? We have the 7 of Swords. It's come out on its side, but it feels like it was more sort of in the reverse than it was in the upright, so that's the way I took it. The 7 of Swords being in the reverse, it feels like your path is about to be cleared. I want to say that things are coming to the surface. The path is about to be cleared. It feels like you're confident and you know what you're going to say. It feels like there's no more secrets. I want to say it comes from the confidence of building yourself. There's no more secrets. You can be who you are. You can travel as you will. You know that the universe is looking over you. And I feel like you're ready to travel forward here. Tell me about the never-ending story. Something here that you think is over, but it's actually just ready to begin. So something that you thought was done. We can see that this person on this card here is a little bit, what do I want to call it? Forlorn, maybe. And I think it's because they've looked in the mirror, possibly, that they don't like what they see. That could be it. Or that they've held the mirror up to someone else, which has caused them to be apart from someone here. Tell me about the never-ending story. If you think it's over, I don't think it is, whatever this is here. I'll find out in just a moment. Tell me about Pisces, please. What is the never-ending story? We have the 5 of Wands. So this person does look like they've been fighting themselves here. To me, the 5 of Wands is the internal struggle here. It's like you are struggling to... You've been struggling since the end. It feels like you think that something is over. You've been in a struggle within yourself, holding back, maybe in indecision. I'm not really sure what went on here, but I think that whatever ended, you've been beating yourself up for or blaming yourself about it. Tell me about building blocks in the reverse, please. Tell me about building blocks in the reverse. We've got the 9 of Swords. Are they going to like me? Are they going to like what they see with this new person that I've built from nothing? That's what it feels like here. And I feel like this is also a little bit of confidence, but a little bit of worry. And for any of those of you who have done like a really big change around in your life with your, how your life is, your attitude, maybe you look different, maybe you feel different, maybe you've grown in some ways. I feel like you're worried that people are going to look at you and say, really? Is that why you were away for so long? That's all it was? I feel like if it is that, I feel like it's time to go. It's time to leave this vibration and go to the next vibration. You need to get through that door. Bottom of the deck, we have you as the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you will find the time when you feel the most sturdy and solid, I want to say. Yeah, it's time to race for your happiness. That's what it feels like. It's time to race toward the door, because I feel like the next level, I want to say, is far more stable than the one that you're leaving, I want to say. All right. Tell me more about Pisces, please. It's like the next timeline is about to be far more stable and abundant and happy. And I feel like you've been sort of stuck in these building blocks for a while and going over the self, right? So you could be ready for any sort of new beginning that might arrive, because that's card number 28, which is a 10, breaks down to a 1, which is the beginning of something. This card just pulled right out of the deck by itself, jumped out. It's an awakening. It says here, a realization, a shift, or discovery. That's exactly what's going on here, right? That's exactly what we see going on here. So there is some sort of a realization, an awakening that that things are coming to the surface, that you can now show people what exactly is going on. You're about to be honest and truthful. No more secrets. You don't have to hold anything down under the surface here. A realization, a shift, or discovery is what's happening here. Tell me about the never-ending story for Pisces, please. What is not over for Pisces? Tell us about this. Or maybe for some of you, you're just never-endingly beating yourself up about things. Maybe you're the person who has a negative reel going on in your head, telling you all the things that you are not. I would suggest you change that. We do have celebration. Look, it's not over, as I was saying. I think that you think it's over, but I think it's not a period. I think it's a comma. I think that there's like a moment in time where things got a little quiet. And it might be for a long time for some of you, because this is all earth sort of energy here, but it feels like it's about to begin again. And I feel like intuitively you started working on yourself. Whatever didn't work out back here that you think is over is the reason that you began working on yourself. But you're wondering, is it enough? I think you worry about the past. I think you think about the past, and then maybe you're stuck in this cycle here. And regardless of whether or not you've done all the building, you're still in your mind, you're stuck in a cycle. And I think it's time for you to get out of that cycle, because there's something really abundant coming here if you decide to move. We've got the Lovers. There we go. So we do have the Lovers. You're preparing yourself for some sort of new cycle. Card number 28 breaks down to a 10. And I feel like you're worried about it. I know that you feel something coming. That's what it feels like here. And that's why you're headed for the door. You want to get out of, you want to escape this old cycle that you were in here. It says Lovers. It says a passionate connection, shared visions and values. It could be with the King of Pentacles. Take it as it resonates. I feel like this person, whoever they are bringing an apology. It says forgiveness through mutual understandings. So it feels like you guys are going to try to understand what happened. Why did it end here? I feel like you think that it's never going to restart again, but I feel like you're about to have some sort of a celebration that's going to take you out of this Five of Wands, it feels like here. Tell me about this awakening. Tell me about what's coming to the surface. It feels like anything, like you're not hiding anything anymore. You don't really care what people think or what they say. You've had some sort of an awakening or a shift of energy here. The Ace of Wands fell out, but it fell out with a pack of cards. There's too many there. Hang on. There we go. There's one. We've got the World card in the reverse. There is somebody here that you have bared your soul to. I feel like it's somebody who knows you really well, and there is unfinished business here. You've had some type of an awakening or a realization that it's time that we have to stop keeping this below the surface. We have to stop concealing it. It's time to be honest and truthful. No more secrets. And you've realized that there is some sort of an unfinished business here, that we haven't yet closed the door on this thing, because it's a never-ending story, right? We have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, this is a very deeply emotional situation here. Like it's like you've had a realization or an awakening of the Queen of Cups. So either you are the Queen of Cups, you've realized that you are now standing in your power here because of all this work you may have done here. But I feel like for somebody here, you're realizing that you are, in fact, Pisces. Yeah. And it feels like you are somebody who's realized that you are an emotional being, and it's a realization of I feel like the ships that are coming in, if you haven't had this awakening yet, because the Three of Wands is here, the ships that are coming in is that this, no matter what age you're at, this life isn't finished. Like it's not finished. You're just actually beginning. And I always say to people who are like worried about getting in their 30s, worried about getting in their 40s, it's like, don't worry about it. This is the playground for now. Life really starts at 50, as far as I'm concerned. When you really start to realize that you have more time behind you than in front of you. And that's when you really have the awakening, the realization that it's time for you to do whatever it is that you want to do on your own. The universe has got your back. They're giving you an awakening, and they're showing you things. Secrets are coming to the surface here, and you have had some sort of a realization that there is a deep, abiding sort of energy here. It could be love, possibly, that there is a unfinished business here, that the chapter is not yet closed. Tell me about the celebration here, because it feels like the never-ending story is about to regain or begin again, I want to say, is about to gain a little more footing here. The card number 37 is a 10, breaks down to a 1. That's the beginning of something. We do have the Star. It feels like you're very hopeful. The Knight of Pentacles tells me it's taken its sweet ass time. And then we have the Lovers here. So that's exactly what we're talking about. There is about to be a celebration between two people who are going to come together. It is the Lovers. I feel like you choose each other. The Lovers is here telling me that it is, you know, that you two are two parts of a whole. That's what it feels like. And I'm looking at Gemini energy, right? Because Gemini is the duality, right? And I feel like that somebody who's very opposite of you is actually quite very much the same of you. So you might just want to look and see who your opposite sign is on the zodiac wheel. Maybe that's the person that's coming forward. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles. It tells me that your wish fulfillment has been taking its time, but there is about to be a celebration. And for some of you, it's going to be next week. Now, I say some of you because we're not all on the same timelines. Not all of us have learned the same lessons. And so maybe there's some of you who are saying, yeah, you keep saying that, Elsie, but it's not showing up. But look, maybe it's not your turn. Maybe you haven't learned the lessons. Maybe they haven't learned the lessons. But it's just, it feels like for somebody, it's around the corner here. That the Knight of Pentacles, the one that you've been hoping for, is showing up with an opportunity here, an opportunity of love. And I feel like you thought it was over, that it was over and done, but it's not. This person actually sees you as the lover. I think that they actually also see the way that you've built yourself, the way that you are very sturdy and solid here, that you've been putting yourself back together piece by piece. That's what it looks like here. Tell me about the Lovers. I feel like this is really worrisome for you, that you think about this person all the time. I think that you miss them. I think that you know who I'm talking about. This is someone that you can't get off your mind. Whenever they think of you, you think of them. We do have the Two of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Three of Cups. So I feel like, it feels to me like just when you're getting solid, I want to say, you're solid, you're grounded, you're built yourself, all the chakras are open, you've done all this work on yourself, and it may have taken years. But it feels like that the Nine of Cups is here telling me you're finally happy. Then what happens? The Three of Cups. That's what happens. You get some sort of communication that says, come on out with us, or come on out with me, or can I see you? It might be the King of Pentacles, somebody who's ready to settle down. It might be the Lover. We have the Lovers here twice. So I feel like whatever you feel, they feel about you, because we have it here twice. So we have the Three of Cups. There's about to be some type of reunion, some sort of emotional celebration. And I feel like it just comes at a time when you've decided, that's it, I'm going to be alone forever. This person is never going to show up. I feel like you've sort of blocked your happiness by worrying about it here. I feel like you've blocked the Lover or blocked your happiness. I feel like you're very focused on yourself. I want to say building blocks in the reverse tells me you're inward, and you're really focused on yourself and going to the next timeline here. Tell me who the Lovers is, please. So it could be Gemini, could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, possibly. Could be Pisces or Cancer. We've got Aquarius energy here. Tell me about this never-ending story. This is something you think has done, and it's not done. We do have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like the King of Wands might be your person, and if they aren't an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, please understand that I'm reading energy. So this could be a person, right? Court cards are people, but listen, it could be the energy of this type of person. It could be any sign. Take it as it resonates for you. I feel like the King of Wands is somebody who's been weighing the odds, going back and forth, trying to keep their balance. They're very busy in their life, but every once in a while they think about you, and they think about they're back and forth on whether or not they should communicate with you. I think the King is going to communicate with you, but I think the King is going to communicate with you because they've had some sort of a sharp ending. It feels like this King of Wands energy with the Ten of Swords is telling me that the King may have something that is ending, and I feel like you think that it's over and done, like we're silent with each other, so we're just never going to see each other again. The King is the one who feels inspired to move forward, though, even after an ending, and I feel like somebody here is about to show up for you. They could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. What's the outcome, please, for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This person might be showing up with an apology. There it is. Look, somebody is showing up for you, my friend. There is going to be a tower coming up in the future. Now, it could be in the week ahead, or it could be, this is this is the outcome. It could be in the week ahead, or it could be the week forward to that, the first week of June. So we do have the Tower. We have the Nine of Wands. It's around the corner, my friend. For some of you it is. And then we have the Five of Cups. I feel like you've been waiting here in sadness, but you failed to turn around. You failed to see that there's still two full cups because you're very focused on what you've lost, right? The never-ending story is a person with their head on their hand on their face, like, oh my gosh, what have I done? It feels like the Tower energy here is telling me that you're like literally a week away. Some of you, you're literally a week away. For me, wands are weeks, and you're a week away from seeing this person. I feel like the King is probably stepping forward, and they could be like any of the energies that I've read here. Tell me, we got Scorpio energy here as well. Tell me about this. We've got somebody's preparing. I feel like it's the King. The King is preparing. It could be the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands. It could be partway to the Emperor. Take it as it resonates for you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But with the Two of Wands here, it tells me that somebody's preparing to make a huge change. They're about to leave their own timeline. See, I feel like it's very mirrored. Now, we should just take a second to look at this here. It feels very mirrored. And I was saying that at the very beginning because look, she's got a mirror right here. And it's like she doesn't want to look into the mirror because she thinks it's over. But I want to say there's a lot of mirrors here. The Lovers, the Lovers. I feel like somebody is preparing to leave their own timeline. I think you're preparing to leave your own timeline as well. So I feel like there are a lot of things. I feel like they are all coming forward because I see the building blocks as the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel it's because you've built something on your own. You've done it by yourself, Pisces. You didn't have any help. You were very logical and grounded. You moved slowly at it. Whatever it was, built very slowly. But now you're at a place where you're very confident. You're very confident at your abilities to be able to grow your pentacles all by yourself. And we do have the Magician. It's because you're magic. That's basically what it is. Look, I feel like what's in the future is the Four of Wands. I feel like somebody is coming forward to tell you that they want to talk about something. That's what it feels like here. I don't see any swords. No, I don't see any swords. It feels like it might happen in the Pentacle world because this King is moving forward after an ending here. I guess we do have the Ten of Swords, which indicates that maybe that the King has been cut in some way, that the King has been released from something, or the King has released someone and was going back and forth as to whether they should release someone to come forward to you. And that's what it feels like is going on here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just going to leave that right here. Thanks. Oh, they're bringing out an apology. Yeah. So spread your wings. Yeah. It says confidence, confidence that leads to freedom and growth. Look, that's the confidence right there. This person is bringing in an apology. I don't know if you need one, but I think that they're bringing one in. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.